The first law of honest marketing is to diagnose before you prescribe. I don't know how many times you've gone to the doctor, but it's probably a very similar experience each time. You go in because you're either feeling some kind of pain or you're sick or you're going in for a checkup. There's a reason you're there, right? There's a reason that you are showing up at the doctor's office, and the nurse takes your vitals, they take your weight, your height, they, do all kinds of things, blood pressure. And then the doctor comes in and they ask you a bunch of questions about what's wrong and what hurts. And then after they have all that information, they decide, okay, well, we're going to diagnose you with this, or we don't know what's going on, so I'm going to refer you to a specialist who can diagnose you so we know what to do. And that whole process takes place before you get a prescription for a medicine or a procedure or some kind of therapy. But imagine if all of that happened in reverse, where you showed up to the doctor's office and before you said anything, the doctor said, here's your prescription. That's how a lot of companies market their business. That's how a lot of us can fall into that trap of prescribing before we diagnose. Because one of the things about being an entrepreneur, about being a business owner, or being in marketing, whether you're a chief marketing officer or director of marketing or something like that at your company, it's very easy for us to go ahead and jump straight to prescription before we even diagnose, is the person we're sitting across from in need of the service that we provide? And this is especially true in an online sense where you don't have that interpersonal connection and you're not having a conversation. It's all automated. It's Facebook ad to landing page to drip email auto sequence. And never is the question asked, does this person actually need what I'm trying to sell? Instead, it's, I know that my product is awesome. Otherwise, I wouldn't be selling it to anyone. And I'm convinced that if I just get enough people to go through this funnel, eventually I will stumble on people that either need what I have or I'm so persuasive they buy it anyways, even though they don't need it. But in order to create a marketing process and an approach to marketing that truly is filled with integrity, you first have to ask and answer the question, does this person, does this prospect, this potential client or customer actually need what I have to offer? And if the answer is no, get comfortable with telling them they don't need it, that they don't actually need to buy whatever it is that you're selling, that they don't need it to make their life better. Now, coming back to the initial story that I told at the beginning of this podcast episode about this marketing agency saying, how can we pivot this into a money-making opportunity? That was in an attempt to try and figure out, okay, we're not seeing the numbers we want to see. We've prescribed this solution, and we're going to keep changing what this prescription is until we hit on something that people will spend money on, whether they need it or not. And so when you're thinking through your own marketing and the approach that you take to selling your product and to connecting with prospects and to signing new clients, are you diagnosing before you prescribe? Is that baked into your automations? Is that baked into your ads? Is that baked into the way you position yourself as a brand? Is trying to identify the problem for people that you solve, and then only moving forward with them if they recognize that's a problem they want fixed. Well, hey there. I hope you enjoyed that clip from the Honest Marketing Podcast. If you want to watch the entire episode, you can click right here and watch it right now. And don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel so you get new videos every single week.